Right now, police are investigating after a person was shot in an apparent road rage shooting.
Now, this all happened at a busy Cobb County intersection near Roswell. Atlanta News First Yasmina Alston joins us live at the intersection of Woodstock Road and Mabry Road. And Yasmina, what do we know about the shooter?
Well, Cobb County police have not released any information about the suspect in this road rage incident, but police do say that suspect fled the scene after firing at least one gunshot. A large scene slowed traffic on Wednesday morning along a busy Woodstock Road near Mabry Road.
The helicopter was buzzing for the last almost more than an hour, I think. So, but until my wife says she cannot come home.
Both Cobb County police and Roswell police cars filled the area after an apparent road rage shooting. Cobb County investigators say this involved two cars, and one of the drivers fired shots at the other car, striking that driver. Police say both cars kept driving through the intersection, which took them from Cobb County into Roswell, where the victim's truck stopped. The suspect fled the scene.
When an incident like this happens, you know, the shooter obviously is reckless enough to fire upon another vehicle. He does not know where those rounds are ultimately going to land. So it is extremely dangerous for somebody to be doing something obviously as reckless as this.
Police haven't released any suspect information at this time, and nearby residents like Lou say this type of scene is not common in this area.
Yes, because I lived here for a very long time, never happened.
And earlier today, Roswell police did say the victim was alert, conscious, and breathing, but we have not received an update on the victim's condition since then. Live in Cobb County, Yasmina Alston, Atlanta News First.